This is Mecklenburg Matters, and I'm Suzanne Stevens. One of Park and Rec's biggest events includes our four-legged friends. The Bark in the Park Top Dog Festival is held every spring at Rural Hill. The weather has always been excellent until this year, but a little rain couldn't put a damper on the festivities. Our Charlie Cowens attended and filed this report after he dried off.
The 2015 Bark in the Park Top Dog Festival, presented by Purina and Harris Teeter, turned out to be a little soggy this year. But that couldn't stop some hardy canines and their people from enjoying this great event.
The weather is beautiful.
That's the attitude, but wearing rain gear was still advisable. These pooches know how to stay dry.
Looks like you're ready for the weather.
Yes, very ready.
And most of the dogs really didn't seem to mind.
We don't care, do we, Matt? This is Matt Dillon.
The big dogs get wetter.
Yeah, he definitely gets wetter and he slobbers more too.
In fact, the Ultimate Air Dogs decided to get even wetter by jumping in the pool.
All right, there we go. 12 feet 7 inches.
And a little rain didn't stop the contest, like the long shot for frisbee catching pups. According to Abe's owner, who won the competition, the rain actually helped.
And what about this weather? Does that help or hurt?
Always helps to have a little bit of slickness.
The smallest dog turned out to be under 3 pounds soaking wet.
2.4 pounds, really? My shoes weigh more than that.
But if you're looking to put some pounds on your pooch, just head to the sponsors tent for some free Purina samples.
Jerky strips, bacon strips, or the T-bones.
And the best part about braving the elements on this Saturday?
The dogs.
You're doggone right. See you next year. For Mecklenburg Matters, I'm Charlie Cowens.
Thanks a lot, Charlie. Now, if you have a dog, a great place to go is one of Park and Rec's many dog parks. They're open 7 days a week, and best of all, they don't cost anything. They're free. Would you like to know more? Just go on the web to parkandrec.com. There you'll find something for all ages, from children to seniors, from everything from aquatics to rec centers to parks, nature preserves, and miles of greenways. Get out and enjoy our Mecklenburg County. I'm Suzanne Stevens. Thanks very much for watching. Welcome everybody to another Mecklenburg Matters. I'm Suzanne Stevens. May 20th, 1775 was a very important day in Mecklenburg County. That date is on the North Carolina state flag and on our county seal. That's when the Mecklenburg Declaration of Independence was signed. The square at Trade and Tryon is the place to be on May 20th, and that's where Jeremy Mills files this report.
The Mecklenburg Declaration of Independence, commonly known as Meck Dec, is claimed by some to be the first Declaration of Independence made in the 13 colonies during the American Revolution. It was reportedly signed on May 20th, 1775 by a committee of citizens of Mecklenburg County who declared independence from Great Britain after hearing about the Battle of Lexington. If the story is true, the Mecklenburg Declaration preceded the United States Declaration of Independence by more than a year.
The Declaration was discussed paragraph by paragraph, and all were passed, sanctioned, and decreed unanimously by all of the delegates in attendance at about 2 o'clock in the morning today, the 20th of May, 1775. The Mecklenburg Declaration of Independence. Hip, hip, huzzah! Hip, hip, huzzah! Hip, hip, huzzah!
In 1995, the Mecklenburg Historical Association reestablished the celebration of Meck Dec on its anniversary date of May 20th. This has continued each year since by the May 20th Society.
Our forefathers signed a document declaring themselves free and independent, free from a faraway king and crown telling us who we could be, where we could do it, and what we were allowed to do. Revolution in the colonies started here, and revolution in the colonies ended here.
Meck Dec Day is always celebrated on the square uptown. Reenactors and society members maintain this is a celebration of history. yet some still have doubts.
So as we sit here today and stand here today and enjoy, of course, the gentlemen in the uniforms and the Segway, George Washington, and the fife and drums and the cannons, it's a celebration, certainly, and we should celebrate. But we also must remember the sacrifice that so many men and women made so that we could be here today. And they made that sacrifice all because they signed a declaration. Thank you all very much for being here today. And happy Meck Dec Day, Mecklenburg County.
While the facts may be in question, it is clear that freedom and liberty still matter to everyone here, even after 240 years.
This is one of those opportunities for us to spread the word, to make people who love liberty, who love what America was built on, to come here, take pride in it, become part of Mecklenburg County, and they become, just like the natives, and those of us who lived here for all our lives, they get to be a part of the center of liberty in America. Philadelphia wants to take credit. The credit starts right here in this spot, in this square.
Thanks, Jeremy. There's quite a lot that your county does. Would you like to know about a specific department? Well, go to the web, mecklenburgcountync.gov, and click on Departments. Each department has its own web page with information on what they do and how to access services or report your concerns. And if you don't have internet access, no problem. Just call 311. Thanks for watching. I'm Suzanne Stevens, and this is Mecklenburg Matters.
If boxing is your sport, then lace up your gloves and head to the Revolution Park Sports Academy, a premier destination for sports and recreation in Mecklenburg County. This state-of-the-art park and rec facility is home to the Charlotte Boxing Academy, offering classes and training opportunities for all ages at affordable prices. Whether you're a beginner or a pro, our classes are designed to help you train like a champion, reduce stress, and improve muscle tone and strength. For more information, including a class schedule, call 704-432-4963 or visit parkandrec.com.
Hi everyone, I'm Suzanne Stevens, and this is Mecklenburg Matters. No child should ever have to witness or be a victim of violence. Unfortunately, some are put in that situation. To help deal with the damage, your county has a program called Child Development Community Policing. This is a partnership with the Charlotte-Mecklenburg Police Department, mental health professionals, child protective services, and other providers. They're on call 24 hours a day, 7 days a week to respond when they are needed most. Our Gary Black tells their story.
15 what street? Avalon. What's wrong?
Any call that comes out, you pray that it's not something tragic or heartbreaking, but this one particular call, we were responding to a call on Avalon Avenue where somebody was shot. There was several young boys, probably between the ages of 12 to 15, 16, cousins all in the car together. One of the boys ended up grabbing a hold of a gun that was left in the console of the car. The gun went off and it ended up killing one of the 12-year-old boys, shot him in the head. The uncle had went back into the house and he was completely irate, upset. It was just a very hectic scene. We got inside and he had a 3 or 4-year-old daughter that he was latched onto, and he still had the gun in his hand.
Police officers are present in children's lives when the most horrible things happen to them. And they have the opportunity in the moment to help a child restabilize, get grounded, and feel more safe and protected immediately because they're the first ones there.
Child Development Community Policing, or CDCP, is officers and clinicians working together to serve children exposed to violence. Child trauma specialists are on call 24/7 to respond immediately to impacted families.
CDCP is important to policing because without us, there's a gap, a horrible gap between what police can do to make a situation safe and what can be done for the children that are often left behind.
Take that couple minutes while you're out on the scene and talk to the child. You can just introduce yourself. You know, hey, I'm Officer Butler. You know, I'm here to make sure that your house is safe. You know, I work here, you know, every day in the afternoon. If you see me, you can wave. You know, I'd be happy to stop and talk to you. If you ever need me, I'll come back. You know, if something else bad happens, I'll come back.
The first thing officers need to do when they're interacting with children is first recognize that they're there. Just believe that they're part of what your job is.
How old are you?
But I do believe that officers have an opportunity every time they interact with a child to make a difference, even if it's not on a horrific crime scene, but just on a day-to-day intervention with a child, to say, kneel down, have a talk with them, and just say hello. So they see you as a human being. They see you as someone that they can actually come to for help.
Children exposed to violence do not necessarily have any outward signs of injury. They do not bleed, and therefore we could easily overlook them and assume they're kids, they're resilient, they will heal.
When something really awful happens and kids are there, it's beyond what they are able to handle. Somebody should be there. Somebody who knows best how to help them. Clinicians and officers responding together can provide what no one else can provide. All kids deserve that.
Youth continue to be a top priority for the CMPD this year. Children exposed to violence are at significantly greater risk of becoming involved in the criminal justice system. Restoring safety and making clinical referrals for these children is critical. We are grateful for our county partners for funding additional personnel, which allows us to serve 1,000 more children and families together. Without you, it would not be possible. That's what makes Charlotte-Mecklenburg so special. Partnerships and collaborations across the city and county lines to do what is best for our community. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Gary. If you've watched Mecklenburg Matters through the years, you know the web address that we tout every episode. It's mecklenburgcountync.gov. Now, if you haven't visited this site in a while, do take another look at it. The results of a year-long redesign are now live. We're excited about it. It's even easier and more intuitive, really, to find information and to get things done with your county government. Thanks so much for watching, everybody. I'm Suzanne Stevens, and this is Mecklenburg Matters. Welcome to Mecklenburg Matters. I'm Suzanne Stevens. Mecklenburg County's drug treatment court turned 20 years old this year. So much crime is driven by the abuse of drugs. Now, to help break the downward cycle, some are given a chance to enter a rigorous program that leads away from addiction. It's tough and not always successful, but for many over the years, it has been life-changing and life-saving. Let's take a look.
God grant me the serenity to accept.
Redemption and recovery are powerful words. Most of us are beginning to understand that when it comes to addiction, redemption and recovery are possible. Treatment works. And this is the foundation of the North Carolina 26th Judicial District Drug Court, known as the STEP program. Supervision, treatment, education, and prevention.
It's important to me because I've been able to grow up all over again. It provided me education, protection, correction, and direction. It gave me life again.
Drug court was established by statute in 1995 to enhance and monitor the delivery of treatment services to chemically dependent adult offenders, while holding those offenders rigorously accountable for complying with their court-ordered treatment plans.
It is a phenomenal approach to court-supervised recovery and rehabilitation. The hands-on, the every 2 weeks court sessions, the mutual accountability, the judge's involvement, and the opportunity for treatment is phenomenal. And for everybody we keep out of prison, we're saving a huge amount of money.
The overall goal of drug court is to significantly break the cycle of addiction that gives rise to repeated law-breaking episodes by enhancing the likelihood that the drug-driven offender will remain drug and crime-free and socially responsible. The drug court seeks to reduce justice system, health system, and other system costs associated with continuing drug use and criminal involvement.
We were seeing the same people over and over again in the court system. We were putting them in jail, they'd get out, and in no time they'd be back, but nobody was providing any kind of treatment for them to deal with the underlying problem. So drug court was designed to deal with the underlying issues, to get help for whatever it was, whether it was drug abuse, alcohol abuse, or other problems, mental health issues, to get them treatments so that we could stop the recidivism, we could stop that revolving door.
STEP now celebrates its 20th year, and on Saturday, April 18th, alumni and supporters gathered to celebrate, reflect, and show their support for a program that has changed the lives of so many, proving that treatment works.
You should celebrate tonight not just the STEP program and the drug treatment courts, but all of the other specialty courts that have been created in the system across North Carolina. Your idea was the germ of every single one of them. We thank you for our family courts, for our custody mediation program. We thank you for our mental health courts. We thank you for all of those because you prove the idea, you prove the concept that intervention in a different way than simply banging the gavel and sending someone off to the jail can work. That's a huge success, and you ought to take credit for it.
As part of the 20th anniversary celebration, the first annual STEP Award was presented to an individual whose untiring support and advocacy for this program dates back to its creation.
It is with great pleasure that I get to introduce to you tonight the first recipient of this award, Ms. Tonda Wild from the Task Program McLeod Center.
You wanted to know if I was going to tell you how I did this, but I'm not going to. Wow. I'm almost speechless, and that's sort of hard to get me there. I've been in this field for many, many years, and I, like probably all of us in here, come to work every day hopeful that we can make a difference in somebody's life. I think the difference in those early years of the drug court is that we were able to come to work every day knowing we made a difference. So there are so many people to thank for this. 3 people in particular who, it was always the 3 amigos and me. To Bob Ward, who has his camera, nothing changes after 20 years. To Steve Ward, and to Judge Phil Howerton, your names are all over this. I can't tell you enough what a pleasure it was and such an honor to be part of your team. Thank you.
So what are the program's outcomes? Mecklenburg Drug Court reports that 80% of Mecklenburg participants remain arrest-free for at least 2 years. This is better than the national rate of 75%. Incarceration of drug-using offenders costs between $23,000 and $50,000 a year. Overall, even with treatment costs, the savings per person is $5,000 to $6,000. Drug Court actually doubles our society's return on investment with a savings of $2 for every $1 spent on the program.
In the state of North Carolina, it takes approximately $30,000 a year to house one person in the Department of Corrections. However, for a drug treatment court program, it costs anywhere from $2,500 to $4,000 a year. So one can see the cost savings when you make that comparison.
Throughout their involvement, program participants are required to participate in court supervision, drug screening or testing, and drug or alcohol treatment programs. An assigned case coordinator meets regularly with the client to promote behavior change and to assist with needed services like medical, social, employment, and affordable housing. The underlying themes of serenity, courage, and wisdom are the cornerstones in building the foundation of recovery. It's a challenge worth taking.
My real hope is that we'll be able to get the community to buy into this and properly fund the necessary courts and the necessary treatment modalities so that we can treat as many people as possible who need treatment. Hopefully that we can treat everyone who comes through the court system who needs the treatment.
This is not a dead-end street. It's a new beginning. For you to come in this program, you must be willing to put just as much into this program as you did into your drug and alcohol out in the streets. But you have to develop some willingness to do it. It's not just given to you, it's not passed on, it's not a byproduct. It takes some work. It's simple, but not easy.
And we'd like to thank Joe Travis, who produced that story for us. Now, if you would like to serve your fellow citizens, you might want to check out employment opportunities with the county. Just go to mecklenburgcountync.gov on the web, and under County Departments, you click on Jobs. Mecklenburg County is a rewarding place to work. There are great benefits here, and it's also a stimulating work environment. Mecklenburg County is an equal opportunity employer for minorities and women, maintains an alcohol and drug-free workplace, and does not discriminate on the basis of disability. That's Mecklenburg Matters. Thanks for watching. I'm Suzanne Stevens. Suzanne Stevens. Welcome. This is Mecklenburg Matters. Summer is here, obviously, and it's a great time to get in shape. What do you do when you combine Charlotte's signature park downtown with fitness classes? Fit in 15. This is a free program from Park and Recreation that runs 6 mornings a week and features everything from Zumba to boot camp to yoga. Our Jeremy Mills was at Romare Bearden Park for the kickoff and files this report.
Mecklenburg County Park and Recreation is challenging you to get fit in 2015 and is offering free fitness classes to help you get started. From April to September, visit Romare Bearden Park and get moving by participating in yoga, boot camp, the workout, Tabata, and more.
Mecklenburg County has returned exercise classes here at Romare Bearden Park that are free to the public. All you have to do is come, no need to sign up, and enjoy a wonderful exercise class with one of the Fit for Life instructors. And today we're just kicking it off, getting the party started off right, and getting fit in 2015.
No matter your age or skill level, classes are designed to give you that extra push to help you reach your fitness goal.
Well, I was visiting and I wanted something fun to do that was active, and so I was asking him if he wanted to come with me to this because I saw it online and it looked like a lot of fun and my sort of thing to do in the morning.
Well, my philosophy of fitness is to try to always improve myself and try to see what my physical kind of limit is. So I always try to stay fit, try to always improve myself.
For more information, including a class schedule, go to parkandrec.com and click on the Romare Bearden Park webpage.
Get off the couch and come out here and exercise and dance and have fun in the park on a nice sunny day.
Everyone can do it. It's not hard. There's a million different people here at all different fitness levels. So don't be afraid. Come and play. Get fit. Yeah.
Thanks, Jeremy. If you haven't been downtown to Romare Bearden Park, you really do need to check it out. Of course, it's not just for fitness classes. Have you heard of Party in the Park? These are free weekly music concerts that make Romare Bearden Park the place to be on Wednesday evenings from 6 to 9 p.m. And if you happen to work downtown, what about the Music Box Lunch Series? This features solo artists or small combos that provide a mellow musical background. They play Tuesdays and Fridays from 12 noon to 1:30 p.m. Just go to parkandrec.com to find out all that's going on in our park system. I'm Suzanne Stevens, and we thank you very much for watching Mecklenburg Matters.